Following Comrade PG's passing, those who were the beneficiaries of corruption and their morally bankrupt supporters, against whom Comrade PG fought so hard, were quick to insult his memory and slander his name. They peddled false narratives about him in order to achieve their goal. Not only was this shameful and morally repulsive, but it is also downright evil. This is the kind of conduct society must eschew and reject with the contempt it deserves. As a society, our moral values and culture frown against speaking ill of the deceased. Yet scoundrels who have no inclination to moral values dare tarnish a man who risked his life for the common good of our nation. We must therefore uphold this value at all times and lambast those whose conduct is at odds. You know, comrades, people say it is good that the ANC stood on the side of Comrade PG when he was no more to defend the truth about what is this man, who was this man. You know, Comrade PG had the capacity to defend himself, and he did so when he was alive. And he stood for what he believed in. And probably is looking upon us and say, these fellows are doing a lousy job. He stood when it was not fashionable and stood for the truth. And when many looked at him, and whilst he was doing a good job, but did not stick out their neck to stand against this difficult task. It's not easy to stand against corruption and to stand, especially by those who have employed you. He did not stand for a position and fight for a position. Even when he stood against state capture, he still rallied people behind the ANC. Because he knew that the ANC was an important vehicle. Leaders come and go, but the African National Congress must remain as the vehicle of the people of South Africa. And Comrade PG understood that. And that is why he stood firm and in that particular mobilization. Comrade PG was the ardent believer in the renewal of the ANC and its ability to lead the charge towards the realization of a democratic society. The only meaningful way, comrades, we can honor Comrade PG's legacy is to stay on course in the renewal of the ANC and be relentless in our fight against counter-revolution that seeks to destroy our movement. And let me give you a brief report back on his passing away so that we don't stand in these podiums in vain and cloaked as revolutionaries, but deep down we're pursuing a different agenda. Let me tell you what we're doing. The ANC have adopted the renewal program for implementation. And that renewal is about me and you as members of the ANC and our conduct in relation to the leadership we provide to society. The ANC have established the Renewal Commission led by the President. This year, we will finish 2 years as a National Executive Committee in office. We have established this commission. This commission includes former ex-presidents. And you know that the only ex-president we have is Thabo Mbeki. The other ones we won't talk about because they are not there. The Veterans League have produced a plan of action for the renewal program, which we are going to implement. The renewal program, comrades, is about whether we adapt to renewal or we perish. And this is what the Veterans League have produced, and it will be adopted by the Commission. And in our National Executive Committee of October, we intend to place that program to the NEC for implementation, which will take place from the 5th to the 7th or 8th of October. That's what we will do to implement the renewal. Renewal is going to be very painful, and it will not win friends, it will win revolutionaries. And if you think that to do wrong things, it will be business as usual, the time is over. You can go and join these Mickey Mouse political parties that are emerging, but they are nothing else but a platform of people you know, and even in their deeds. And don't cry when they criticize PG. Just look at who's criticizing. And then you will be answered and be happy that no, these are crooks who are criticizing this man. And look at what they are criticizing him for, and then you will be happy. It is about what he did in the fight against renewal. The second point, the NEC will address, I'm happy Reverend Chikani is here. He's heading our Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission is about looking after our integrity, and the other day we spoke with him about integrity matters and say, SG, I feel that you are not doing enough with our reports of Integrity Commission. I said, Reverend, we are doing very much good. I presented your reports to the NEC, and the NEC said after the elections, those reports will be processed. So I want to repeat here, in front of you as a congregation today, and in front of him, that when the NEC see it, those reports will be presented. And I'll come back to you, Reverend, and your Integrity Commission, and even in public, and say what in each and every case that we have processed have we done or said or resolved as the National Executive Committee. So I promise you that in the name of Comrade PG. But I want to conclude. I want to conclude because our veterans have been very much upfront. This is not the time of just talking and talking. It's the time for action. And comrades, integrity means integrity. Simple as that. It's not DC. It means integrity. It means you must walk straight, not like this zigzag. And that is their job, and he is right. When they feel that we are yemos, we are just decorating. We are part of the furniture. What happens to our reports? Nothing happens to them. I want to thank the Kathrada Foundation for this memorial service and for giving us an opportunity as the ANC to share our perspective. I want to thank the family for giving us, the ANC, the opportunity, even at the funeral, to speak about this giant. And not to forget that he was loyal to our movement. I want to thank our comrades across the length and breadth of our country who continue to celebrate the life of Comrade PG. Let us continue to walk the talk and walk in the footsteps of this giant and continue in his footsteps to ensure that we do the right thing. And thank you very much, comrades. Enkosi ndiyabulela. Amandla!